Hey everybody, it is Thursday and not doing much anything. Was supposed to go into work early, but was given the option to go in at normal time. It's a little bit warm today, so I'm going to go in at normal time. Wanted to make a video anyway real quick on a concern of mine when I'm seeing these survival kits being assembled. Yeah, you need to make it for yourself, but you need to realize that just more stuff isn't always better. Bigger isn't always better. One pet peeve of mine, maybe it's because I was raised on a lake for the most part. Maybe it's because I spent almost every day of my youth fishing or talking about fishing or something, because my entire family, we love to go fishing for panfish, not bass. In a survival situation, if you can get a hold of a big bass, that's great, but I'd rather have a bucket full of panfish any day. You're more likely to catch panfish anyway, because let's face it, we don't have bluegill fishing contests like bass contests, tournaments, because bluegill are easy to catch. There's tons of them. Okay? They're great. They get in areas that bass can't get into. They multiply faster. They're more curious fish, so they're gonna check out your bait a little more. So I'm gonna hit real quick on a couple things that bother me and irritate me. I know it's going to strike a nerve with some of you, and that's fine. PM me, we'll discuss it. Here we go. Number one, out here by the woodpile today. These great big bobbers. Okay, this thing is Leatherman's 3-inch. It's about a 5-inch bobber. Okay, the buoyancy on that, and it's a slip bobber, you know, it goes all the way through, but the buoyancy on that is going to be such that if you get a bluegill or a perch or a crappie, you know, that's not huge, average size, they're going to have a hard time getting that to go down. You're going to have to watch real close where your lines are, pay real close attention to the placement of it, because if it starts to drift one way or the other, you know, all kinds of stuff. But this is not something you want for a survival situation. A lot of people say, you don't need a bobber anyway. Well, you don't. You can use various other things, from a piece of bubble gum with a bubble blown on it to hold air and wrap that around your fish line for buoyancy, to, you know, a piece of dry wood. I mean, really, you can use about anything. This thing here, I think we used to use this for catfishing at night. I don't know, I haven't, it's been in the bottom of my tackle box for probably real close to 14 years. Not used it. So, next thing, these monster hooks. Okay, you don't need that hook. That hook is 2 inches long, and it's got a 3/4 inch mouth. You're not going to catch anything in a survival situation with that you wouldn't catch, with a number 8 true turn hook. And that's what I put in most of my kits that I put on, or put out, excuse me. Just a little pan fishing hook, because a bluegill's mouth isn't going to be much bigger than the tip of your little finger. Okay, you really think he's going to go for something that's wrapped around that? No. Okay, I mean, it's not going to happen, guys. You're going to miss good, viable food options because you went with a bigger hook. It's not got the right twist to it, so setting this one would be tricky anyway. It'd be okay for catfish probably, where you throw something out there and just let it lay on the bottom, you know, because catfish will suck in almost anything. But, you know, I'd rather have a nice little mess of bluegill and crappie and perch, nice little sunfish, as to big old nasty catfish. Alright, then here's my big one. I've seen this more times in the last week. People are putting swivels like that in survival kits to be used with regular tackle such as hooks and bobbers. This is a quick change piece. Okay, this item is for changing lures rapidly when you're fishing for bass or something with a spinner bait. Something that's going to create motion, it's going to draw attention, it's going to be flashy. When you're fishing for panfish because you're hungry, this is going to do you no good, okay? Because you're effectively adding at least 1.5 inches to your hook, okay? So you get a bluegill lurking around down there, and you see that, or he sees that, and there's a little tiny grub on there, or there's a little bee moth on there. You really think he's gonna go for that? No. Not only that, but for what you're putting 2 of these in your kit, you can put 2 more hooks, you know, with 2 split shot weights apiece, 2 little sinkers. That gives you 2 more options, 2 more chances to get food. Okay, this is junk. I will not put this in a kit that I assemble. I will not recommend these, and anybody that puts them in there is they're wasting a resource. They're wasting an opportunity to put more options in for food procurement. If you can tie this onto your line, you can tie a hook on. The only time I use any type of leader, again, these have been in the bottom of my tackle box for years, but the only time I use a leader, and it'll be at least an 8-inch steel leader, is if I'm going after walleye, pike, muskie, something with some teeth to it, something that's going to bite through the line. This stuff here, these are great gimmicks to sell people. They're best left for the guys that are doing bass tournaments, the guys that are doing the deep water catfishing. Okay, so don't waste your time, don't waste your energy. Actually, this one here was used to hold some decorations up at my grandpa's old house before he passed. Yeah, it had, the one room had an old fisherman theme to it. So I think we got this out of a tree in his front yard, if I remember right. But anyway, use things that are gonna work. Use things that are gonna further your chances in getting the food that you need. That stuff isn't gonna work. A swivel isn't gonna work. If you're worried about breaking or losing your hook, you know, the line's broken, you're going to lose your hook and your swivel. If you replace that swivel with some more hooks, another hook or 2, you know, because number 8s aren't very big, you know, if you lose it, excuse me, you've got a backup. So, alright, that's my thought for today, and we'll talk to you later.